Yet, you're welcome to your favorite sport program on TV. It's an exciting moment on the house here. I need to tell you, sometimes we used to give you the behind the scene view so that you actually know that it's always fun before we get to you live from Lagos. Yeah, so people do ask them, where are we located? And on a funny note, I want to say we are located everywhere in the world. But if you want to ask me where we are stationed, we are at Lagos. That's the biggest city in West Africa and in Africa. A lot of people argue, but Lagos is New York for Africans. That's why a lot of people trip here. It's good to be here. Thank you once again for joining me. My name is TV360. I'm sure because we have many viewers more all time trying to get across us all the time. I have to just mention my name, Mudashiru, your anchor for the next few minutes as we take you to some sporting event and competition that went across this week. I don't do this alone, seriously. I have a man that is a tournament director. He's also a man that has been keeping so much to make sure the dream of giving to grassroots comes alive. Wellington, it's good to have you in the house.
Yeah, you didn't complete it. Wellington Amadaso.
Wellington Amadaso, yeah.
Yeah, it's good to be
here. Is
there
there any other Wellington?
No, it's good to be here.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to always come talk sports, especially grassroots and major events that happen in the world of sports.
In the world of sport. Yeah. Yet, I'm sure a lot of people will be asking us what's going on with the under 23 team. Subsequent edition, definitely we'll get the video ready as regards to yesterday's win against Zambia. It was an interesting moment, but let's go straight to the topic of today. While we lost our first game against Côte d'Ivoire in the Under 23 African Nations Cup, in Lagos, we had the 2019 Lagos Women Run. You need to see women really enjoying themselves in Lagos as regards to the 4th edition of this fantastic marathon, the 10 kilometers race for women. The 1st edition, 2nd edition, 3rd edition, and 4th edition, and it has been scintillating, interesting women. I'm sure, don't be surprised if you see yourself on the screen because it was what we captured of Lagos women on across many women in Lagos. Above 4,000 women residing, both foreigners, both nationals, and also a lot of people took part. You will never see any masculine gender there, but you could see if it's a security man, he's not running. If you see the cameraman, he's not running. But when you see those people putting on pink, then definitely it's an interesting moment for us. Let me ask you, a Kenyan came second in 28 minutes, 55 seconds. What can you say? Nigerian came second, Deborah Palm. She came second and become the first Nigerian woman to win that, to cross the line. She came second, Deborah Palm. We spoke to some of them, and we spoke to Chipotek Garen. That's the name of the Kenyan that came first in this edition of the 2019 Lagos Women Run. You also saw the wife of the Lagos State governor. That's talking about Governor, No Excellency, hope you know that, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Tell us your own opinion, and do you think this race has make women start running in the marathon?
Well, it's a good show. I think it's the 1st edition.
No, there's a 4th.
The 4th edition,
yeah.
Okay. And 10 kilometer is good for the women.
Starting from the TBS to the National Stadium.
And it was well organized. I want to thank the organizers for this. It's a good one for the women. They need to exercise. For the sake of obesity, overweight, most women want to drop size. I think it's also good for the heart and for the entire perspective of the body. Marathon is good. And I can see our women coming out, doing well, coming second. You can't take it away from the Kenyans. They are good. That is their traditional. they always win long distance races, and you can't take it from the Ethiopians, Morocco, Algeria, and Kenya. I think Kenya is still number 1. Nigeria is starting to build towards that culture.
Yeah. Do you think, like we all know, people run for different reasons, as you can see. Yeah. But professionally, some run because they want to win the prize. The 750,000 naira is the first prize. 500,000 naira is the second prize, and I'm sure 250,000 naira is for the third prize. Tell us, do you think if this thing continue, because most times regards to the fact that apart from competition, we hardly see women on the street of Lagos running. Do you think this might make us start?
No, we see, it depends on the kind of age grade you're looking about. We're talking about 40 above, 30 above. There's still women. There's still some young girls who are 20, 25. They are still women.
Yeah. All of them participated.
Fine. So we still have some young ones between the age of 25 upward. That's young, so they can participate. Of course, we can't take away the fact that the prize money is an encouraging thing to encourage more to. But a lot of them don't go there because of the money. They just want to have fun. They just want to exercise. You hardly find women exercise because a lot of them are involved. Their jobs are not giving them time. A lot of them are in the market space. A lot of them are in schools. But when a platform like this is created, it's good for them to come out.
Let me rephrase my question.
Yes.
Right, I asked you earlier. I'm saying that does this make us start running on our own?
No, we do run. No, we do run. You go to the national stadium. You get to the national stadium. See a lot of women running. See a lot of women jogging.
Average, the percentage is not.
You might say it might increase. It might increase the number. It might increase the number. But we find Nigerians running. If you go to Jos, you see a lot of the young girls running. I've been to Benin. I see a lot of girls running. You see them around Ugbe Stadium. You know, want to have fun, athletics, and the rest of that. So it might increase the number of people. But actually, Nigerian women run. Nigerian girls run. Yeah,
we spoke to the winners. We spoke to Chiptoka Karen. That's the winner of the 2019 Lagos Women Run. And let me tell you something. There's a tournament that took place, first edition in Abeokuta, called the Jack Motorways. The winner of this 2019 Lagos Women Run came second in that particular event. And also, we spoke to her, and she said it's interesting. We also spoke to Deborah Palm. Let me give you a bit hint on who Deborah Palm is. Deborah Palm is married to Nigerian marathon runner too. That's talking about Gain.
From Jos.
From Jos too. So we have couples. I'm sure we're going to go exclusive on them. The couples also run, both of them also run in the Access Bank Lagos City Marathon. So Deborah, congratulations. And also congratulations, Chipotech Garen. I'm sure you're taking our money back to Kenya. But it's interesting. It's an international and open event. Enjoy this. And when we come back, we'll stay here to give you more updates as regards to what went down on sport over the weekend.
I'm happy that I am among the winners of this women race this morning. When I heard about the event, I was trying to make a good plan of it. Then later on the way of training, I now got injury. And on Monday, I begin to train a little. I begin to feel better with the leg. I said, okay, let me come and try it. So I thank God I'm among the winners of the women race of Lagos State.
It is good. I am happy about this organization.
Just a very short one, but those are the winners of the 2019 edition of the Lagos Women Run. Interesting moment, and I'm sure if you're watching us wherever, I want you to drop a message on all our social media. Tell us and indicate where you're watching us from. Let's also not forget that at the same location, the Lagos Women Run started at TBS and ended at Tessim Balogun Stadium in Surulere. Tessim Balogun Stadium is owned by the Lagos State government. Adjacent the other side, that same day, we had the Nigerian Volleyball Referee Association was having the annual general meeting at the National Stadium Surulere, called the National Stadium Surulere, owned by the federal government of Nigeria. So those are where the event took place, because like my guest said, Wellington, that Saturdays, Sundays at the National Stadium is always jam packed. So we're going to talk about one of the events that took place at the National Stadium, Surulere. That's talking about the 2019 Nigerian Volleyball Referee Association AGM, the annual general meeting, and that event is repositioning the Nigerian referee to make sure that they're up to date in the officiating techniques, you know, and that's an interesting moment. We know nowadays that we cannot take away the fact that many things in sport has gone, just like the VR. VR. We know Nigerian referee, not all of them know about the VR because we are not yet to
close
start
to
go to that. You understand? But we know that sport like the volleyball has also been doing so. Well, that's why they had this annual general meeting to make sure that the officials, the umpires, the referees are also in line with modern day technology to make sure that when they officiate, they also know what to say and what to do. What do you think this is all about? Don't you think that's a good chapter in the association career?
It's a good one. And when you go to some games, maybe university games, you go for all African, competitions held in different states. Officiating is one issue that is very, 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 very key. It's a great concern because you find supporters will say the official is biased, the official is not doing well. So this meeting is very, very good. This gathering of officials of volleyball to discuss the new techniques, equipment, and what have you, to improve volleyball in Nigeria. I think we need it. At this very time, we need it because volleyball must go to the next level.
Yeah, volleyball must go to the next level, and that is something a lot of other sport need to learn from.
From basketball.
Let me take your mind away. When do you think we're going to have VR in Nigeria?
I don't think for now. Even the goal line technology, we don't have. Nigeria, we still have a long way to go.
Congratulations, Timothy Samuel. He's the chairman of the Nigerian Volleyball Referee Association, and I spoke with him. And in the last All African Games, volleyball was very good in the 70s, and now they're coming up. They came fourth, you know, the total all in the last All African Games.
Are you talking about the under 19 or the senior team?
The senior team came. The under 19 are one of the best in Africa right now. But tell us, what do you think can make a sport doing so well in Africa nosedive and are coming back?
Well, it depends on how you want to look about it. I think one thing is officiating. One thing is the platform created by the government. You understand me? To allow all the associations to strive so that we can have more competitions. If we have more competitions, they will do well. But if those competitions are not there, things will nosedive. And that's why volleyball, basketball, football should embrace new practices everywhere as it's done abroad. Just like you're talking about VAR, Nigeria is still far behind. And if we don't meet up, we'll still be back. And it's not even our league, because our league, there are a lot of deficiency, there's a lot of deficit.
So the NFF, every other person should learn from the Nigerian Volleyball Referee Association.
Definitely, because equipments are changing, technologies are changing, the pitch are changing, officiating are changing. So we need to meet up. So what Volleyball Association have done is a good direction.
Interesting. And I think kudos to Timothy Samuel, who is the Nigerian Volleyball Welfare Association, for making sure. And I asked him about a particular equipment. He said cost them 400,000 naira.
This is expensive.
This is and he called it the ear communication. That means between the umpire, because most times they have the umpires and the other umpires or the players, they could communicate without necessarily
coming close to the line.
You also said about one technology that the association is going to get. He called it coding. It means coding in the sense that if any volleyball match is going across the world, they will be notified about the result and even watch it.
Which is very key.
Which is very key.
Very, very key.
Very key in the sense that technology is also affecting
the game.
The game, sport generally.
Not only in Nigeria, in Africa. Africa still have a long way to go, and we need to keep investing. My question is, the funding from the National Sports Commission, where are the funds going? Why are we not having things like that? We should have a decade back. We should have been having all these things a decade back. 10 years ago, yeah, because countries that is why we cannot compete with countries in other climes. Other paradigm in Europe, in America, in Asia, we can't compete with them. When last has volleyball, basketball done something interesting in the world scene? So we need to go back, technology-wise, the pitch, equipment. Let's beef up our sports.
Let's beef
Those
up our
ones
sports.
That need to be beefed, so let's beat them up.
Yeah, and I'm sure that is what exactly Volleyball Referee Association are doing. Yet, we go on this, you have opportunity of hearing by himself, Mr. Timothy Samuel, who is the chairman. He has so much to say as regards to the technology that was just purchased, and also how Nigerian volleyball is doing in comparison to other African nations in volleyball. That's Nigerian under 19 at 14 in the World. That's a good one. We can only hope they get that. Yes, I'm sure before we continue, I still have Wellington in the house. We're going to look at also the Legacy Volleyball Championship and look at the Dollar Kid Cup, which you are the coordinator. But we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be discussing these issues and how it's going to affect those that want to be part of this sport. It's interesting moments in the house. That was a very quick short break for us. We're talking about so much. We started with the Lagos Women Run. Also, you also heard that from the chairman of Nigerian Volleyball Referee Association, Timothy Samuel, who gave us an hint of what the association is doing at the annual general meeting. Also, we're still looking at that same stadium on that same day. There was the Legacy Volleyball Championship, and don't be surprised when you see some of the officials of referee in that your screen, where about the final day of the 2019 Legacy National Championship. Legacy Volleyball National Championship seems to be the only one in this country, and it has been helping so many youths to make sure the dream of playing volleyball. Yeah. What can you say? Because without this championship, we hardly see any of this going on.
Yes, it's a good one, and I want to thank the organizers for doing this. It's what we need consistently every quarter. We need to be having games, competitions that will bring youths from the schools, from the universities, and what have you, to come and compete. That's the only way, so that we can have more talents. That's what we're talking about grassroots. Go there and bring them raw materials. Take them, bring competitions, let them engage themselves. And we'll pick the best of talents that will represent Nigeria in the national team. So I think the Legacy Volleyball competition is a good one.
This is a good one. And
it's a welcome development too.
It's a welcome. Fifth edition.
Yes, and the organizers are doing well. With the prize money and everything.
The prize money of almost a millionaire. Yeah. And not forgetting that they started some years ago with just 15 participants. Now they're having 28 national.
So it's growing.
It's growing. The Nigerian Police Army was there involved. The Nigerian Police Force also, they get themselves involved in this competition. So not also forgetting foundations like Nsofo Spikers. They won the women edition, and also the Bombers, Ofe Bombers, also won the male edition of this championship. But the question is, most of these famous championships are always in Lagos. Don't you think the organizers need to take it outside the shore of Nigeria, or they understand best?
Well, they understand.
You know, you're a competition manager too.
Definitely, you don't need to. You see, Lagos is the center of excellence. If you talk about food, that's why football must come to Lagos back. This is where it belongs. If you take things like this out of Lagos, you lose media coverage. You lose so many things. So the organizer also looking at, if we take it out, where do we get media coverage?
Okay.
And the next thing, we need to put things like this on television.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think the organizer should be looking at where they put it on television, so that a lot of people will have more view of
what's going on. We have the captain and also the coach of this wonderful club, Sonfo. I hope I got that right. Spikers, all the way from Abuja, doing that. So enjoy this. When we come back, we'll now talk about one competition that has always been in the pipeline, but thank God we've gotten it out at last.
We agreed to play as a team. To say the fact, it wasn't easy because myself and the other tall lady were the most senior player, and the rest, they were just coming up. If we don't play, there's no way they will play. So we are in the team as a mentor to them and to encourage them. That's what gave us the edge. I remember 2 years ago, I played for BGY. I played final against Legacy. They won. So it's normal thing in a game. One we win, one we lose. But today is our day.
My mindset was to win. I never had a second thought. I had this goal in mind when I was leaving my home to get to this place. And I said to myself that I must achieve it before leaving Lagos.
Yeah, that's the indoor sports hall of the National Stadium. That all, you just say, has many sports stories attached to that. Yeah, I talked about, in Shomolu, we had the Dola
Kids Cup.
The Dola Kids Cup, and this is the project manager. He has been, tell us, how many schools participated and all what is all about?
It's a great initiative by the executive chairman of the local government there in Shomolu. He talked about it. It's a brainchild of Amare Sports, and the 17 schools participated. And at the end of, they were divided into 2 centers, and at the end of the day, St. Augustine came first, Baptist School came second, and St. Peter and Paul.
What is the purpose of this?
The objective is just to, apart from discovering young talents and exposing these young ones, because at that level, in grassroots level, it's not professional, it's not elite, so we just want to bring them raw. But the main objective is, apart from discovering them, we also want to make them exercise their brain, cognitive function, behavior, memory.
Is this definitely going to be a one-off event?
No, it's a continuum.
How's the dream like?
This is the first edition. We see it going second, just like other competitions that have been happening in grassroots. By the grace of God, this is the first edition. We have to see 5th, 6th edition. We see more of the Dola Kids Cup. This is an interesting thing we need to be seeing in all local
just
governments.
For those in
Shomolu, but we also look forward to take it further to other local governments. Talk to the chief executives of those local governments and see how they can buy into it. Bring these young boys out. I have said it before, if we must win the World Cup, the grassroots is the future.
If it was win the World Cup, it's, one last question. It seems it's not gender sensitive enough.
No, for now, the girls, now for the boys. We may be looking later in the years to come where we can involve the girls. But definitely for the boys for now.
So that's congratulations. I know it has been in a pipeline for so many years.
Yeah, thank you, Dola, for the opportunity to talk about it.
Yeah, okay.
Thank
yes,
that
is all we could take on today's program. We started with the Lagos women on. Congratulations to the winners, Cheptok Karen from Kenya, and also Deborah Pam. From that, we looked at what happened at the annual general meeting 2019 of the Nigerian Volleyball Referee Association, and also the Legacy Football Championship. Congratulations to Ofe Bombers, and not forgetting Sonfo Spikers from Abuja. And we ended up with the Dola, I got that right?
Yeah, the Dola Kids
Cup. Dola Kids Cup, which is going to be a continuous championship every year. Yeah. Any date fixed for that for next year?
No date yet. When the committee meets and plan, we'll let you know.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much, Buddha.
Yeah.
Nice to be here.
Yeah, this is all we could take on today's program. Thank you guys for those behind the scene for pressing the right buttons. Thank you so much for making this a reality, and also tell you that on all the social media platforms, you can have a clip of all these events as it unfolds. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, and not forgetting on YouTube. My name is Mudashiru Shitu. Same time next week. Enjoy the rest of your day.